Get me off of this boat now.
Off the boat now. Need off boat. And not like to some tourist trap. Need off boat to place with video games.
Oh my god. Boat.
Boat suck ass. So here we are, day 5 of the Contra Cruise on the Liberty of the Seas with the Royal Caribbean. Get off boat now.
Yes, they call a giant floating prison the Liberty of the Seas.
Giant floating prison planet of the seas. Apologies to Alex Jones.
Who?
Prison planet dude.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Fuck boats.
I mean, it is so bad today, I can't even think of a flour bag. The closest I can come to for a flour bag story is when we got to Costa Maya. Was it Cozumel?
I don't fucking know.
We were somewhere in Mexico.
And
it was a tourist trap designed to look like Mexico, but really it was just cartoony American Mexico.
So here's the thing. The tourist trap in Honduras, all the shopkeepers were pretty mellow, and as soon as you tried to leave the tourist trap, people got really desperate. But here, all of the shopkeepers were extremely desperate. So as soon as they saw that you had a bag in your hands, they were like, hey, come here. Pay me money, buy things. And, it was ridiculous.
Yeah, I think, one guy owned 3 stalls there because I would leave his shop and someone else would accost me and be like, hey, come shop over here, and I would go over there. And then the same guy from the last stop would wander over and sell me things in that shop.
Yeah.
But yeah, the closest to a flour bag story is that while we were shopping there, I said I was looking for something for my mother, and I was by the jewelry, and this guy kept picking up the jewelry and asking me to try it on.
It would say anything. I guess maybe it would. Maybe he's trying to prove that it can actually go around a human arm or something like that. Maybe that's what it is, and it's not really anything. But yeah, that's pretty weak sauce as far as a flour bag story goes.
Yeah, it was kind of a crappy tourist trap too, because it was every single shop was selling the exact same thing. So
yeah,
I guess
pretty much.
I guess it made sense that one guy owned it all.
And a lot of PDFs of the Mayan calendar.
Yeah, they were floating around. Well, they weren't actually PDFs because those aren't physical things. They printed out the PDF.
They printed out the PDF in black and white.
But I felt like I was floating in some crazy digital world at some point because people just wouldn't stop talking to me, and it was starting to feel less and less impolite to ignore them until finally I just snapped and I was like, okay, die.
No more money. Go away.
Yeah, at one point, some guy tried to sell me some coasters for $65. I talked him down to $20 for something that I'm sure was only worth about $7.
The same thing happened to me for a small piece of stuff, jewelry stuff for my little sister.
And then it was even funnier because there was a walkway that was kind of like a big encircling shopping mall all around this little resort.
And it was all the same jewelry stores.
Yeah, it was like a jewelry store and then a shop with nothing but garbage, and then the same jewelry store, and then a shop with nothing but garbage, and then the same jewelry store, and this went on about 20 times.
It's like a Taurus.
It's like Kay Jewelers had the hiccups when they were putting their stores down. And but they did have like a bar resort that had a swimming pool in it, which is really confusing because I don't think anyone knew to bring swimming trunks off the boat. So there were 2 people in this giant swimming pool outside this restaurant. And, and then they had I couldn't even see where to get out of the tourist trap, so that kind of made me feel like the rest of the island probably would have been better.
You can only escape by car.
Yeah, you have to hire a car to take you somewhere else.
I don't think it was an island though. I think that was part of the mainland.
Yes, it is part of the mainland, but it feels like an island when you get into the tourist trap.
Trap is an island of insanity in a sea of jungle and sea.
There is not a thing on the coast of Mexico that is anywhere near the size of the boat we were on.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous.
It must be terrifying for young people. Mommy, what is that?
That's
the devil come to take you away.
That's the devil.
Look at all the rooms he has for all the lost souls. And she's right.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, that was. Yeah, I only stayed out there. I stayed out there for only as long as it took me to lose all of my money.
Yeah, mostly. Well, I mean,
I wanted to buy, souvenirs. So, I bought the souvenirs I wanted, and I spent all the money that I had brought, which is not all of my money. But, it was yeah, okay, I'm good. No more money. I go over here now. Then I just stood around trying to see if I could find out where Justin went. He just vanished into thin air. I thought he was probably, waylaid by pirates or something. So I went back to the ship.
I kind of was.
Yeah.
I don't think they started leaving me alone until I kept picking up the obsidian knives and looking at them really, really evilly, and then sort of turning and glaring at the salesman, and then turning it over in my hand a few times, and then looking at it again, and then I cut one of them. That probably helped too.
I heard the screams.
Yes, all the way from the boat.
Yep.
No, I mean,
on deck.
No, you heard them all the way because I actually dragged the guy back to the boat. It was really, really weird getting him through customs. He didn't fit through the machine very
well. So you had to
well.
stuff him in.
Yeah, and they kept saying, "Why is it making that noise?"
You're like, "No, it's fine. Stab, stab, stab."
Do I have to put the knife through the what?
No, it's made of obsidian. I'm sure it's fine.
But yes, I bought stuff. I wandered around until I realized that there was nothing there that was interesting, and I went back to the boat.
Yep.
Took a few pictures on the way. I don't know why.
Found me
I kind
reading.
of felt like if I didn't take pictures, it didn't count as a vacation anymore, so I was just fooling myself.
So let's talk about the good thing that happened today.
There was a good thing?
Oh, yeah, totally. We started playing PlayStation games.
Oh, we did. We started playing PlayStation
We
games.
played some Ogon Musou Kyoku, which was fun. That game is good.
It's
the updated version seems like it's a lot better, but we haven't played that yet.
It's the Umineko fighting game for
it's fantastic.
The non-import challenged.
Yeah, whatever jackasses you are. And then, we played PlayStation games for a while. We checked out Genso Suiko Gaiden, the first one, which is a sound novel based on events that happened during Suikoden 2.
This is something that you might also experience if you take a cruise.
Yeah.
So next Contra Cruise, if anyone wants to go, just remember, you too could bring a laptop and play Genso Suikoden.
Genso Suiko Gaiden.
Genso Suiko Gaiden.
There you go. It's fantastic, by the way. It's phenomenally good. The music is incredible. So that was good. We played halfway through a Tenchi Muyo game, but Justin doesn't have the second disc on his hard drive, so we couldn't play any
I don't know if
further.
I have the second disc. I have the copy at home. I swear I opened it and put the disc in. And maybe there was something in there that I thought was like a music CD or something, and I just didn't realize it was.
I don't know.
The
It just
part.
asked for the second disc, and then put in the second disc and press the circle button. I'm like, "Hey Justin, there's no second disc for this," and he's like, "I don't know." So I had to quit the game. It was kind of cool too, actually. All voice acted. Very nice.
I just want to say for the record.
Fuck boats?
Well, no, you've got that covered.
Fuck boats.
Thank you. Maybe one more, just.
Fuck boats.
Thank you. For the record, though, I'm just gonna do a little horn tooting here. I would say, I think it's safe to say that our show, this is libertarian talk you won't hear anywhere else.
Well, because it's not actually libertarian talk so much as it's fuck boats and hate and
give
love video
the
games.
illusion up.
The Contra Cruise.
Where else are these people going to hear the important logical and philosophical debate where you will bring up Genso Suiko Gaiden?
Why would I not want to bring up Genso Suiko Gaiden? You're saying it like it's a bad thing. Embrace the Suiko Gaiden.
I embrace all Suiko Gaiden.
The second one's out too. The first one, we got the translation patch on it. It's pretty freaking sweet.
Yeah, we're actually being paid by Konami to
No,
show
we're not.
something.
I wish I was. There was a Konami truck. There was a Konami van in the airport parking lot when I came here. I don't know why it was there, but it was. I took pictures of it.
They're following us.
It was a Konami van.
They were probably putting up a pachinko machine somewhere.
Yeah, in the airport?
Yeah.
In Albuquerque?
Certainly.
Okay.
Where else would they put it? Nobody wants to play pachinko machines in America.
They're fun, though.
Yes, they are fun, but nobody in America... There are a lot of things in Japan that are fun that nobody in America wants to play.
Like sound novels?
Music and sound novels.
Yeah. Good times.
Great times.
So then we skipped the formal dinner, and we went to the Windjammer Cafe, and it turns out they actually have good, better, different stuff for dinner. So that was kind of nice.
That you don't have to wait for, because it's a buffet.
Right. And you can get as much of it as you want. I must have had 26 Dr. Peppers.
Thank you for that. He had no Dr. Peppers because he didn't buy the drink package.
Yeah, I don't have the beverage package, which is $19 a day for the basic level. And it includes a few things as well as fountain drinks. I saw that on a menu somewhere, and I just about lost my shit. And it didn't help because I was eating curry.
Oh, so what else did we do? We
had a talk with
Yeah, there was that
one
lounge
guy.
talk with
Bob and Tom.
and then
And then after that, we went to Sorrento's and got some crappy pizza and a really good coconut macaroon. And or is that what it's called?
Yeah, it was a coconut macaroon.
It was a coconut thingy-majig.
It's coconut dessert, and
coconut dessert of deliciousness.
And we had
one of the guys from the Contra Cruise came and sat down and talked with us for a while about like
actual libertarian stuff that we're not going to discuss with you.
Arguing against the state and stuff like that against statists, basically. So that was kind of nice. I think he came here from Russia. So,
yeah,
he's a cool guy.
Then we went and saw some karaoke.
Yeah, then we watched some karaoke, and
I don't have much to say about that because
some of those guys were really, really good.
Yes,
like
they were
really good, like amazingly good. So that was pretty cool to watch. And even the people that weren't amazingly good, we all kind of got, clapping for them, and whenever they would pull something off.
Well, they got up on a stage.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't even do that, so why wouldn't I clap for them?
I was like, I wonder if the book's gonna make it over here. I might sign up for something. The book makes it over here. The book never made it over here.
Yeah,
so
I was just sitting there wondering if they had a selection of karaoke versions of Sakura Wars music.
They don't.
Which I'm sure they didn't.
They do not.
I don't even think that exists.
Now, they might have had the song that I was thinking about doing, which was Billy Joel's Vienna, but I didn't check, because I didn't look at the book. Because I was expecting it to make it around the room. It wasn't like it was a very big room. They could just look at the book, pick a song, and pass the book. What's hard about that?
I've seen you stand up and walk for less. I don't see what the problem was.
Was the thing that I stood up and walked for video game related?
Touche.
Then not less.
Not less. Gotcha. What is Billy Joel's Vienna?
It's a
Is
song.
it about sausage?
No, it's about Vienna.
I've never heard it. Or at least I don't know it's called Vienna.
Maybe it's not called Vienna. I thought it was called Vienna.
Vienna pickle now, aren't we? Ow. Yeah, laugh after you slam my head into the microphone.
Hey, that's how Manzai works. If you don't like it, don't be the bokeh.
I wasn't. We established this at the beginning. You're that much of a bokeh that you don't even know who's the bokeh.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Astonishing. Ow! So
that was good.
Yes, that was...
And it was fun, and we told the poor waitress that it was going to be a dry table when she came by. Asshole! So she never came by again to see if we wanted anything.
Well, we didn't want anything except the non-alcoholic stuff,
no,
which is what dry means.
Well, no. See, dry... Because there was a menu in front of us that had a non-alcoholic section, what dry means is nothing. You could see her face fall when you were like, oh, this is a dry table. And I was like, and then she's gone.
It could have been worse. She could have come back with a glass of water and dumped it on the table and sort of looked at us.
I fixed it.
He's fixed.
He's fixed.
I don't know if I was going for a Russian accent or a Mexican accent or what there.
Just generic foreigner.
Yes, my generic foreigner accent.
Generic illegal foreigner.
God, I think Donald Trump is trying to get into the room.
No, he's just like licking at the bottom of the door, like an asshole, which he is.
Yes, he totally is.
Yeah,
he didn't get up there and sing.
No, he did not. But like when they turned off the
what? When they turned off the what?
When they turned off the karaoke thing, they changed channels, and there was Donald Trump on the screen talking about something.
Yeah, a young Donald Trump from the 1970s was on television talking about something. They were playing some old Donald Trump video. It was really weird. I looked up at it and I was like, "Get away! Get thee away!
Get thee away from me!"
But we are on the Devil Boat, so
both boats.
Yeah. So
that said, when we finish this recording, we're probably going to sit down and I'm going to sit down and go through some more Genso Suiko Gaiden because I saved my game.
Yes, we will do that, and we had a crab towel on the bed today. My bed, of course.
I think it's a crab. It might have been a frog, but we're not quite sure. It had the face of a crab, where it kind of has the line things. So that's what I think it was a crab for.
It could have been one of those alien huggy things missing a few legs.
No, they don't have faces.
I guess they don't, do they?
No, they don't. They just have legs.
They just hug faces.
And an ovipositor. Ovipositor. There you go.
Yeah. An oven potato. They have an oven potato.
I said ovipositor. That's totally close.
Octamaftogan. Bagada.
Mafalufa lafa hafa hafa.
Higgada bagada bigada ba.
Boop.
Boop.
Honk.
People kept asking us if we were going to do karaoke.
No, they didn't.
No, like at the dinner yesterday.
Oh,
and
yeah.
And then
like
in the elevator after, they were like, why didn't you? And I was like, you don't want everyone in there to die, do you?
We would take on water.
Yeah.
It'd be bad.
You've heard about shattering windows? I can shatter hulls.
My songs eat through stainless steel.
Fortunately, my songs can bail water, so we might make it through okay.
No, we wouldn't. You'd have to stop singing eventually.
But my songs could also boil water and steam them, so basically everyone would be burning and cooking slowly to death.
Like a Chinese dumpling.
Yes, like a Chinese dumpling. By the way, Chinese dumplings, also very good. So if you ever get a chance to go on the Contra Cruise, where they do not have Chinese dumplings, ow. I guess I needed that one. I didn't know where I was going with that joke.
No one did. That's why I hit you.
I just want enough people to go on the Contra Cruise so that if I ever consider doing it again, there won't be room.
That's a very good point.
Yeah, so stop hitting me with the microphone. This microphone weighs like 20 pounds.
It's pretty big. I don't know why you bought such a huge microphone. It's like totally overwhelming for our purposes.
It's there if we need it. Now that I have it, we may as well use it.
I mean, yes, we're using it, but we could have used like a much cheaper and smaller
I've never done this before.
I've never done this before. Me. I can't read a book. Me.
I'm not gonna read a book to use Audacity and a microphone. I'll figure that. Listen,
if we wing it, we will wing it the most expensive way possible.
Yes, you've caught on to my methods. If
throw money at the problem is what you're saying.
Listen, I will spend a ton of money now, and then if we make some money, then I will use that to buy a cheap book and read about how to actually do this properly.
We won't need it at that point. At that point, we're already won.
But then I have to know.
That's a good point.
Yeah, because I mean, at that point, you have to be like, well, wait, did we stumble upon a way to do this that nobody had ever thought of before?
Did we do this right somehow?
Did we do this better than right? Because if everyone did it by the book and we didn't...
Then maybe we've done something else. Something not by the book.
Yes.
I see.
Have we said a single thing about any libertarian thing the entire time?
I don't think that these are actually
for...
See, the problem is that we're so saturated with that stuff at this point. No, we talked about our talk with Russian guy, whose name I can't remember. So that was libertarian stuff. But, like, the purpose of these recordings... I mean, like, our covert action recordings don't have any libertarian stuff in them.
Yes, but those are supposed to be about games. We're kind of on a cruise where it's libertarian theme.
Yes, and we're
or at least making fun of Paul Krugman.
And we're letting off steam from being overwhelmed by all of the... You know, we didn't even actually really do any libertarian stuff today in general, so we shouldn't need to let off any steam.
You're right.
Fuck boats.
That was a great joke when Bob went up on the stage to sing, and his karaoke is every bit as good as people said it was.
Yes.
When he went up on the stage to sing, and after a song, he said, "Any Paul Krugman fans in the audience?" That was entertaining.
And then he got the MC's name wrong. And was like, "Oh yeah, my mother was about to name me blah 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 blah." And the guy said, like, "My name is blah 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 blah." And he's like, "Well, don't make me make an ass of myself. I don't need any help."
Blah blah blah. You completely destroyed any humor content that could have been in that exchange.
No, I didn't destroy it. I excised it like a surgeon on a circumotive.
On a circumotive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where you do surgery.
Yes.
While moving.
Just checking.
Like a boat. Fuck boats.
No, it was the guy's name was
Jean-Philippe.
Jean-Philippe
Francois.
And Bob went up there. He was going to make a joke.
My name
he
is
said,
not Jean-Pierre.
My mother was going to name me Jean-Pierre. What was the last? Francois. And the guy said, "Well, my name is Jean-Philippe." And he went out, as he walked off the stage, he said, "Don't ever call me that in France. You'll start a war," or something like that. It was.
He said, "If you want to get off the boat safely, you won't call me that."
Yeah. He probably thought he was from Quebec at that point.
Yeah, well, he might have. But his name wasn't LeBlanc.
And, well, I mean, he obviously wasn't truly French. Everyone from France is named LeBlanc. I refuse to accept otherwise, because I refuse to acknowledge ethnic diversity in any way whatsoever.
Or like name diversity.
Name diversity. That's what I was looking for.
Not even ethnic diversity.
Nomenclo diversity.
What?
Listen. If the left can invent words all they want, so can I.
Is that your privilege?
It is.
Awesome.
It is my privilege as the greatest single human being on the planet.
You're like the grand wizard of language.
No, there's that was another thing when we were watching the lyric. Like, I think the lyrics were purposely wrong sometimes on that screen just to throw people off.
No, some of the companies that set those karaoke things are worse than others. Like, you saw that some of them had, like, if there was an instrumental thing, they would have, like, a countdown. And some of them, it was just, like, instrumental, and then it would just, like, pop up the new words, and then just, like, start at some point.
Yeah.
It seems like you need to have a pretty good idea of how the song goes without the words in order to do good at karaoke.
Like, halfway through, I was actually thinking about just writing my name down, and then when they call me and ask what song, I was just going to be like, just play one, I'm just going to read what the screen says.
Like William Shatner?
Oh, no, even worse.
I was thinking about doing something like that. Like,
well, it was great because there was that. I don't know what that song was. I can't remember.
Which
but
one?
I don't know. I don't know any.
Who sang it?
I don't know any music that anyone else knows.
No, me neither.
But
it
was
aside,
that one.
Aside from like 2 or 3 songs that I've heard a couple times before, everything there was completely new to me.
Yeah, I knew like the one Billy Joel song. We didn't start the fire and
yeah.
And
Highway. When you say know it, you mean that you've listened to it a few times, that you recognize it, not that you know every word.
I know most of them. There were like
really?
5 that I don't know. I used to sing that song in my car all the time.
Oh, that's surprising.
But yeah, there was one song where I was reading on the screen while the guy was singing, and the song was ahead of the guy, and so
no, I think that's I was looking at it and thinking about it. I think that's to give you a little bit of a heads up before you actually need to start singing.
Well, no, that's not my point. I'm not saying that it was messed up or anything. I'm just saying that the lyrics came up, and it said Jesus freaks out in the street handing out flyers or something, whatever. But when it first popped up, I read it, Jesus freaks out in the street.
Well, no, that's what it said. There's just no punctuation.
Yeah. Punctuation is very important, because that's how I would have ended up reading it if I had that song.
No, a lot of those companies, they don't put any punctuation in the lyrics, which makes it very hard to actually read them. Because they don't give a fuck. They're just doing this for some jackass to do karaoke while he's drunk on.
Right.
So
right.
like, you know, some of the people, some of those had pretty good karaoke prompts, and some of them had very bad ones.
Yeah, but it pales in comparison to any Japanese or Korean karaoke that I've ever seen. They have great karaoke.
I've never seen it before.
Oh, they've either got the whole bouncing ball thing going, or they have words popping out. I mean, you know when you're supposed to be singing what word. I mean, there's probably some bad ones too, but it seems like it's more of a thing there, and
they do have like karaoke, buildings.
Yeah.
Where that's all they do there. Not a whole lot of those in the U.S.
There's that one in Ann Arbor, but it's owned by Koreans, so...
Of course.
Yeah, surprise, surprise.
I am shocked, sir, that such a thing could happen.
I think they serve Korean food there.
That'd be awesome.
Never actually been there.
Kimchi is fantastic. And bibimbap, very tasty. There was a place in Austin that did, bibimbap hamburgers.
Oh, that sounds great.
It was really good. Like, it was so spicy, but it was also so good.
You're listening to the Justin and Rudy food review.
Of things that we had years and years ago.
Maybe 5 minutes ago that we can't cook and don't know anything about.
Well, I'm pretty sure I could get a recipe for bibimbap. It's just a sauce.
But can you cook it right here and now?
No!
If it was demanded of you?
I don't even have an iron!
Formal night, no iron. Tuxedo rentals.
Yeah, I bet they are rentals.
Yep, they're the price of a tuxedo now to rent.
Yeah, $600 a night.
Enjoy.
Have fun. Hope you like Tails. Son of a bitch!
They make you play the piano if you rent them.
Yeah, basically. Alright, you're the guy performing tonight. What do you mean, get on the piano? I don't know how to play piano. Get on the piano. That's why we just kept hearing chopsticks.
And it wasn't even someone playing chopsticks. It was some guy behind us eating Chinese.
Could be.
No, we did not do anything in Cozumel. There was nothing to do.
No, we walked outside. I walked outside. I bought souvenirs that I needed to buy, and I went back inside.
We basically ran onto the Mexican mainland, threw a bunch of money at people, and ran back.
Yeah, basically, that's the plan. And it was worth it. I got some good souvenirs.
We opened fire with dollar bills.
Dollar bills?
Now, I don't know if anyone else has noticed this slow... Stop doing that. I don't know if anyone else has noticed this slow progression from day one of the Contra Cruise to now, but we have gotten more and more wild and manic.
Yeah, we're starting to lose it. I don't know if we're going to make it 2 more days.
This isn't even cabin fever anymore. This is, why did I do this? Why am I here? I'm questioning my very existence.
It is fortunate that we found a way to play some video games, because otherwise this would be much worse.
Yeah, I mean...
Like we actually went down to the 5th floor guest services thing. It's like, I'm trying to hook up my computer to the TV with the HDMI port. He's like, you can't do that. It's like, son of a bitch. Okay, fine. I guess it's a thing that we can't do, even though the shittiest hotels in the U.S. let you do that. Whatever.
So I don't like this boat. I'm just putting that out there.
Maybe that, but it's an HDMI in. Like, it's not like I could record the movies.
No, I'm still convinced that's it. They didn't want anyone hooking up a DVD player and watching their own movies. They wanted to force them to order the 3 movies that have been repeating.
But they sell DVD players with little screens on them.
Here?
In America.
Well, yeah, but they've still got a phone line in jack in here. They haven't updated this in forever.
I guess that's true. Well, I mean, there's a new TV. The TV is fairly new.
Well, I'm saying maybe they don't think that anyone would... I brought a laptop.
Yeah, I know you brought a laptop. I'm just saying.
That was the best part, too. You were like, I want to hook my computer up to the TV, and he was like, oh, you can't do that. Well, okay, well, then I still have a screen. So I don't know. I can't even fathom the reason.
Yeah, it's just stupid.
I guess. Oh, you know what? Okay. Another thing might be they didn't want anyone plugging things in and out of it, so that it would eventually loosen the connections.
How many? No, that's idiotic.
No. Don't think in terms of us. Don't think in terms of people that would take care of their stuff.
No, but how many jackasses are just going to plug their thing in and try to wiggle it if they can't change the source?
I don't know.
Doesn't that make it worse?
I do not have the hard data on this.
Well, no one does.
But I bet if we go down tomorrow and ask that question
again
at the discussion, that Bob Murphy would know a paper or something.
Yeah, probably.
So did anything else happen today? I mean,
we got to play video games. Yeah. That was a good thing.
Didn't we play one other thing? It was Tenchi Genso, or no,
Ogon Musou Kyoku.
Genso Suiko Gaiden.
Yeah.
And one other thing.
Well, we tried to play Fear Effect and it didn't work.
Yeah.
What else did we try to... I mean, whatever it was, we didn't play it for very long. We were talking about playing Police Knots on the Saturn, but we didn't. We were playing something on the Saturn for a few... Oh, we were trying to play... it was like a dungeon crawler or something. We don't quite know what it was, but this game crashed before we could get to gameplay.
It was like a visual novel dungeon crawler.
Like some visual novel dungeon crawler type game where you... Like, it was weird. And, like, it didn't quite emulate right, so the music was all fucked up.
Yeah.
like really, really, like, all flats and sharps messed up. It was weird.
It's kind of like they couldn't... It was bad.
It was bad.
Bad horn music.
And we got past the horn music, and we were like just about to try to actually play the game, and it crashed because Justin installed Windows 10.
Good old Windows 10. Does nothing, sees nothing.
Screws you over.
Well, I mean, it would screw you over if it could perform.
What?
I can't believe I just made that joke. I can't believe you didn't get it. Ow.
Nandeyanin.
Liberty.
Liberty.
Liberta.
Boats. Fuck boats.
I don't think there's anything else.
Well, we're at half an hour. We can start. Well, we ate food. It was yummy.
Didn't eat anything in Mexico.
No, God.
Again.
No. Even though Cozumel has a very nice water treatment plant that was put in place by Coca-Cola.
Oh yeah, and you know what else? Down with corporatism.
Yeah, right.
You know what else was great? I remember the rice at Sabor that I was talking about the other day that was terrible. Yeah, so we went to Windjammers for dinner today, and their rice was phenomenal. It was just superb, and that's like the buffet on the boat that you go to eat for free.
Because you're a sad sack.
Yeah, or because you realize that the food at the actual dinner hall is
the
not
same
as good.
Thing getting cycled over again and again and again, and you can't tell how big the portions are by the way that they're listed. And so you order something and you think that it's going to be a decent size, and it's just tiny little dish with almost nothing in it, and you're like, but I ordered crepes, plural, crepes. This is a single tiny crepe inside a large bowl. Not even a large bowl, it's a small bowl, and you just covered it in cheese. But where's the other crepes? This is a single crepe. This is worthless garbage.
Or like that strawberry cheesecake I got that was...
And then you said it had artichoke hearts inside the crepes. But there was one artichoke heart inside this single crepe.
I think it was a mistranslation. I think it was supposed to be, it has the spirit of artichoke.
Well, it didn't really, because there was only one little piece of artichoke inside the thing. Everything else was cheese and cream. It was gross. I mean, it wasn't gross, but it wasn't nearly as good as I was expecting it to be. Like, when I make crepes, they're freaking huge. They're like,
they're supposed to be huge.
8 inches in diameter.
Yeah.
And you put good, delicious things in it, and you fold it over and roll it up. And it's, like, delicious. And you melt some cheese on top of the motherfucker. But it's like, this was, like, a tiny, like... It wasn't even 4 inches in diameter. It was tiny. And it had a single piece of artichoke heart in it. And then it was covered in, like, melted cheese. And it was like, this is so worthless. I should have ordered another entree.
This boat has found a million ways to make us suffer.
And we still can't use our fucking PSTV.
Yeah, we have been to Honduras and
Mexico.
And we have still seen more suffering on this boat. Have we seen anyone smile yet?
No, I came up with a theory that... I think I already talked about this yesterday, didn't I?
Maybe?
I think I did. I think I talked about this theory yesterday, is that cruises are places where people who are very unhappy go to
you did.
less unhappy.
Yeah. Well, my theory was that all the paintings that looked sad around the boat was starting to have a subconscious effect on people.
I don't think
like all the
looking
crying
at those
women.
paintings.
Well, they catch it out of the corner of their eye.
I guess it could be subconscious. I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, like, only some of them.
And of course no one's looking at those paintings, because at some point you start to actively avoid looking at them.
And then at some point you start to look at them and you're like, wait, did they change these? Why are they changing these? Did they change
Yeah,
these?
they changed some of the... Not all of them,
Not
but
all
they
of them,
changed
only
some
of
of
them.
the paintings each day.
It's terrifying.
Sometimes with worse paintings than the day before.
I think it's going to get progressively worse.
This boat's theme is mood reflection.
Ugh.
I mean, we literally show up to Cozumel with a boat that could eat Cozumel.
No, Cozumel was pretty large. It didn't have any buildings the size of the boat, but all in all, it was larger than the boat in just kind of like spatial area. It was a pretty big city if you looked off at it.
Yeah, that's true. I also think, there was some fire way off in the distance. I think either an airplane crashed or a building was on fire.
No, it was controlled. It was controlled because it went on for only a few minutes and then it stopped completely. It was a controlled burn of something, some wood or something like that.
Oh, it was a pretty big fire.
It was a pretty... Well, there was a lot of smoke, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's a big fire.
We know there was a fire at some point because some kid shouted, "The island's on fire."
We didn't start it.
I'm not. You're not hitting me with the microphone again.
I was pointing at the microphone so that you would hit me with it. You know what? Never mind.
Yeah, it's done.
It's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be okay.
We're both the bouquet, aren't we?
Well, the whole point of a good routine is that it switches around a bit.
Yes, it does.
Yes.
What's the Suica song called?
Ibuki Suica in Breakall.
Yes. Everybody watch that. I don't know why. I'm just going to tell you.
It's fantastic.
It's fantastic. And it's possibly life-changing. I'm just going to go ahead and say that.
It kind of is. You get to see Suica breakdance.
Yes, you do. So that is our libertarian wisdom for the day.
It's not really libertarian wisdom.
I hope you've learned a lot.
Yeah, I'm sure that everyone has learned so much.
Yes, they've learned
from our dumb asses that got on this fucking boat. They'll learn all right. They'll learn never to get on a fucking boat.
I mean, if we go through the list, we've given them no information about our cruise. We've given them no information about
Cozumel.
Cozumel.
We gave them tons of information.
We've given them no information about the games we played. We've given them no information about the flour bag.
No, we gave them lots of information about all of those things.
Just not today.
Well, today we did too. I mean, I talked about
not the flour bag. We didn't have a good flour bag story.
No, you did have a good flour bag story, sort of, and you talked about it. You went through the whole thing.
That wasn't a good one.
Well, not a good one, but I mean, how many really good flour bag stories are there going to be?
Wait, did we talk about it?
I thought you did.
Did Were the guys selling us jewelry and they were
Selling
trying
you jewelry
I was,
and making you try... Yes, you mentioned this during the recording, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I know I mentioned it before the recording.
Yeah, and then I think you mentioned it again during the recording. Because you are one repetitive motherfucker.
I really am. I also have the memory of... Like, goldfish snicker at me when I forget things. It's really bad. What were we talking about?
I don't remember.
Libertarianism. We were talking about...
We were not talking about libertarianism in any way. We were on a libertarian cruise. But when you say a libertarian cruise, what it really means is that of the 4,000 people on this boat, 50 are libertarians, and all the rest are not. And like the average
and
age,
we're all locked on a boat.
The average age of a cruise going person is like 72. So it's just like you get into the buffet and there's just a bunch of people walking really, really slow and eating mush because that's the only thing they can eat anymore because they're like 150 years old and they're like talking about nothing and fuck boats.
I like some boats. I'm not a fan of this boat at all.
I'm not a fan of boats that are just giant floating crowded hotels.
Yeah, no, really, they're...
And there's just a vast sucking sound of money coming out of my pocket.
Yeah, that too.
How much did you spend on coffee today?
I spent nothing on coffee.
I thought you bought coffee at...
Oh, yeah, I did buy an iced coffee.
Yeah,
well,
son of a bitch. You spent money on coffee.
It was $4.50. It wasn't any worse than a Starbucks. But
was it $4.50 plus 18% gratuity?
Well, they include an 18% gratuity per day on the boat of some... What is it? They charge you something per day on the boat.
For food servers and porters. Or like room cleaning people.
Yeah, but basically I left a $2 tip, so it was a $6 drink. But
it was a $6 coffee. Yeah, you spent $6 on coffee.
It was a giant iced coffee.
No, it was not giant. It
was giant enough for me. I didn't want to drink all of it.
It was barely 20 ounces.
That's giant to me.
I don't care.
I can't finish a can of Coke.
That's a personal problem.
To my detriment, I cannot finish a can of Coke. But the point is, I probably would have left that $2 tip at any coffee shop that I had gone to that sold me a drink for $4.50.
Yeah,
because
know.
I don't go enough to where it's like, oh, I'm throwing away money.
Yeah, but didn't you already spend $1,500 getting on the boat in the first place?
Yes,
Just
I
checking.
did. But that $1,500.
They want $19 a day for Coke.
Yes, I know, but that
$19. No. $19 a day for Coke and water.
I don't want $19 a day for Coke. They do. Leave me alone.
I'm not saying that you want anything.
Now, that $1,500 to get on this boat is penance for being stupid enough to get on this boat. That's what that is.
I suppose that's true.
You paid it. I paid it.
You buy it.
We are both the ship's bouquet.
We're the ship's bitches. Hey, flower bag joke.
We both carry that flower bag
deep within our hearts.
Yeah, I'd swear that there was another flower bag story, but I am at a complete loss to remember what it was.
I don't remember anything. Not today. Well, if we think of it, we can always talk about it tomorrow or the day after.
We do have 2 more days of this, don't we?
Yeah, 2 more days plus a day of flying back home.
On the last day, when I finally get back, I'm just going to do an 8th day a recovery recording by myself. I won't even call you. I'll let you rest. I'll do a.
I won't be able to rest. I have to go to work the next day.
Okay, well, I'll do that, and you can do your own in your own time if you feel like it. Doesn't matter.
Are you saying I'm at liberty to do it?
You are. Yes, I'm not. You are. Yes. I can't finish sentences anymore.
That's all right. We're both tired and angry and want to play more video games.
Yeah. Why? And these horrible.
And I'm actually a little hungry, honestly.
These horrible people that we are delivering this great message of libertarianism to are forcing us to make this product for them to consume so that we cannot play video games during this time.
No one watches our podcasts.
I know. And after this, no one ever will.
Yeah, if we actually publish these, our number of subscribers will go from you and me to no one.
It's like, oh, look, they're saying something interesting about Hillary and Trump and Gary Johnson, and there's...
What the fuck
then they went on a
these
cruise,
and then they went insane.
It's just our stats just plummet.
What stats?
It'll be like, here's 5 people, 3, 1, and then Ramon like kills himself or something.
Well, then he won't unsubscribe. Then will he?
That's true. That's true. We will have that one permanent subscriber. Well, we'll have 2 because he'll subscribe and you'll subscribe, and I'll tell you that I'm the other subscriber. Well, before we go, do you have any last comments about boats?
What, other than fuck boats?